What's good, y'all? Buckle up, coming through on a quick drop. So, this quick drop right here, y'all, this is in response to BFTB Morning Grind. Bud got white privilege. Alright? He just did a morning grind saying Bud got white privilege, right? So, first and foremost, for those that don't know, first of all, Bud did not become undisputed at 135 because he couldn't make the weight no more. Just in case for those that don't know, Bud did not become undisputed at 135 strictly because he couldn't make the motherfucking weight no more. All right, just in case you didn't know, just in case for whoever don't know. Now, when Bud was leaving 140 pounds after becoming undisputed and going to 147, whether Bud wanted to fight Keith Thurman, Earl Spence, or Manny Pacquiao, that was Bob Arum to make that decision. And the decision Bob Arum made was to get Terrence to the easiest belt he could get him to so that Bud would be established as a champion in the 147-pound division. And as a manager, that's what you're supposed to do. And the quickest and easiest way to do that was for Bud to fight Jeff Horn, who had just beaten Manny Pacquiao and took his WBO title. Jeff Horn was on top, and Jeff Horn was on top rank and Bob Arum stable. So that's why Bomac told BFTB on that video that he be sharing sometimes. That's why he told that's why Bomac told BFTB Bud fought Jeff Horn first because that was the easiest belt to get in Bud possession. That was the easiest belt to get in possession. So that's what Bomac meant when he said the easy route. It was the easiest route. That's how that was the easiest route for Bob Arum to take to get Bud a belt, because he was on top rank. Jeff Horn was on top rank, so it was easy to make that fight to get Bud a belt. That's how you see BFTB could never be a manager, because he delusional on delusional on how to even move a fighter. He just said in his morning grind, why didn't Bud fight Manny Pacquiao? Why didn't he fight Manny Pacquiao after Pacquiao lost to Jeff Horn instead of fighting Jeff Horn? Instead of fighting Jeff Horn for the WBO belt. A statement like that in itself, it shows where this cornball motherfucker was hoping one of the PBC fighters could get that motherfucking belt off Jeff Horn before Bud. That's why he wanted Bud to make other moves. BFTB wanted Bud to make other moves because BFTB was with the PBC, rock with the PBC. He wanted the PBC to get the hold of the other motherfucking belt. That's why he was saying Bud was making dumbass moves. I mean, Bud did that so they could have, and plus if they would have did that, they would have tried to start trying to force Bud to sign with the PBC a lot quicker than they did when he fought Spence. You see how they made him sign with the PBC when he fought to fight Spence? They would have did that shit had all the belts been on the PBC. That's how they was gonna carry him. He wouldn't even had all them fights over on top rank that he had, all the knockouts that he had. He wouldn't have had them. Lord knows what they would have did, because they would have shelved him. They would have put him on PBC and shelved him. They would have brought him over there and wouldn't have did shit with him. He wouldn't have had the fights that he wanted for a long ass time. That's all that's all that was about. But Bob Arum outsmarted that thought and knew to make Bud a champion as soon as he left as soon as he hit 147 ASAP. Excellent fucking move by Barbara. Excellent move. And let me tell y'all, Earl Spence was scared to death when Bud got to 147. The same way BFTB turned into a bitch nigga, lying and disgrading Bud resume, because he knew deep in his heart Earl days was coming to a motherfucking end, and the PBC and Mayweather didn't want the fight to take place at all. Floyd already exposed that, so everything that you talked about on the topic this morning on your morning grind, all that shit that you said was useless. Floyd said that they never wanted the fight for Earl. So shut your cornball lying ass the fuck up. And another thing, Gary Russell Jr. was never coming up from 126 to skip all the way up to 147 to fight Bud. Gary Russell Jr. wasn't even going to skip 130 to come to 135 to fight nobody, like he still hasn't to this motherfucking day. All Gary Russell Jr. been doing is calling everybody shorty. Hey shorty or however he say. And all he'd be doing is calling everybody shorty. And all Gary Russell Jr. been doing as well is saying the same shit over and over again. That's it. Still to this day, he fight at 126. Gary Russell Jr. knew in his heart, if he skipped up to 147 to fight Bud, he would have got beat to the point. He would have got beat to the point that he wouldn't have been able to even fucking box. He wouldn't have even been able to fucking box again because of the head and body injuries after fighting Bud. His career would have definitely been shot. His career would have been shot. So shut the fuck up about talking ass Gary Russell Jr., who was never coming to no motherfucking 147 to fight Bud. That was all cap. Same way Bud not going to 168 to fight Canelo. All that shit cap. I just told Blue Blood the same motherfucking thing on his live show yesterday. Talking about Bud big enough to bang at 168. Any boxing channel that tell y'all that, they trying to get Bud beat on the low. Bud want undisputed at 154, Blue Blood. Bud want undisputed at 154. Alright? And BFTB, shut your goofy, dummy ass the fuck up about Loma. If Loma had called out Bud. If Loma had called out Bud, then it would have, if, and woulda, and shoulda, shut the fuck up. Loma wouldn't have been the delusional dummy to call out Bud, goofy. You a retarded ass dummy. Loma don't talk delusional. He don't talk delusional talk like Gary Russell Jr. Loma know he couldn't go up to 147 and beat Bud, goofy. He already know that. He's smart enough to know that. So, shut your if Loma did this or if Loma did that the fuck up. Bud just got the motherfucking win at 154 against Magdanov, and it's on paper. You done got so many prediction losses that you have no fucking privilege to even voice your lousy ass opinion on who you think won or lost. And bottom line, what you believe don't count and never will. That's what you don't realize. With them little 300 people in your live shows, that shit ain't doing nothing for you. That shit don't count. And it don't count and it never will. Okay? Like I told you before, the way you do your live and the way you talk sports, the way you do this shit on here, you will never make TV. You are talking about you got a TV you will never make no fucking national TV. You not fit for national TV because you a biased talking dummy motherfucker. You don't know what the fuck you talking about. Champ side is fit for TV. If any motherfucking body is fit for TV, Champ side is more fit professionally for TV. You don't fit TV, dummy. And the judges watching the fight make the decision. You just need to shut the fuck up and watch the fight and work on picking winners and stop showing up as a loser and prediction talk all the time. We want Bud versus Jermell Charlo at 154. If Boots coming to 154, tell him come on to the division and show the opposition he there by fighting at 154. Come to the division and take one of those belts at 154 that Bud don't got right now. And yes, Bud accolades has put him in position to call shots. Yeah. 2-time 3 division champion, 2-time undisputed. Yeah. 4 division champion, 2-time undisputed. After undisputed, there was nothing left at 147 for Bud. And the reason Bud not calling out Earl right now is because Bud already know that Fondora most likely gonna punish Spence. And Bud may end up fighting Fondora. Spence not gonna make it at 154, y'all. Remember I told you, Spence not gonna make it at 154, period. So shut your goofy, yes man ass the fuck up about Earl Spence being a threat to anybody at 154. Sit your lame ass back and enjoy Bud pushing for undisputed at 154 and nothing else. Enjoy this show and shut the fuck up. See y'all on the Get Back.